real
Was
quick?
this official debate?
Because I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
You're
So this
asking
is
me?
a official
Yeah,
debate.
asking you something. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
We're
my two reasons for why I think that why I think that the story of Noah's flood is complete bullshit is one, the lack of evidence in the fossil record, and two, the dimensions of the boat could not have stored the number of animals that would have to be on the boat.
okay. So I think the more important one is the dimensions. I think me and you both agree on that. So let's just stick to that one, and then we can figure the lack of evidence somehow, some way else. So let me ask you this. First of all, can you provide like the dimensions real quick because I'm not familiar with the dimensions of the
Yep.
boat. I'm sorry. Then we can continue with that because I genuinely don't know.
300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide, and 30 cubits high. Cubits about
Uh huh.
18 inches.
It's about 18 inches. Let me see that real quick. Do you have like a something proving that? No, I'm just
Proving that the
not
cubit
trying
is
to
18
be.
inches?
Yeah, like proving the dimensions because I'm not trying to really
Well,
be
yeah,
pedantic, but yeah.
it's Genesis 6:14 to 16.
14, 16.
Yeah, that
14.
is.
Alright. So you said 14, 16.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. He recovered all the goods and brought it back to get a lot of passion with doing another people. Oh, no, wait. Uh, 14, 16. Wait.
She said 14 through 16. Maybe that's a confusion.
Oh,
Yeah, correct.
through.
Genesis
My bad, my bad, my bad.
6:14 to Genesis 6:16.
Oh,
And
6,
specifically
6.
Genesis
Oh, thank
6:15,
yeah, thank
this
you.
is the core of it, which is that, and this is how you shall make it. The length of the ark shall be 300 cubits, its width 50 cubits, and its height 30 cubits.
Okay. So, wait, give me a sec. Boom. I'm here. I'm sorry. So, make thee an ark grip with her room shalt thou make an ark and shalt pitch in it within with and without with pitch. 15. And this is the fashion which thou shalt make it of. The length of the ark should be 300 cubits, the breadth of 50 cubits, and the height of 30 cubits. Is that one? Yeah, 15.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and I forgot the number of the total animals, but
Well, it would
yeah,
be
I know it
it
was
would
a
be
large. I know it was a large, so I'm
so
not
there's
even.
different numbers for clean and unclean animals according to the story of Noah's Ark. It also says contradictorily it says that there's two of each species of animal, but we'll go two because that's the easier one to defend. Not the fact that there's like a special set of animals has a higher number. Imagine two of each kind of animal. They say kind of animal in the Bible. People generally interpret this to be a species. If it was not species, then the other species would have to have evolved over the last 6,000 years, and that would be like is wildly unrealistic. The scale of evolution does not happen on that speed. But two of each
Uh huh.
kind, right?
Two of each kind.
So,
Okay.
yeah, ignoring the fact there's an issue with a minimum viable population, and you cannot reproduce a species back to flourishing with just two in many, many cases. Assume that through some miracle, God lets it happen. Two of each kind of animal, not fitting on that fucking boat. They just ain't fitting.
Uh huh. Okay.
On top of
So
this, there's
I'm.
like all of these animals that would like
Uh huh.
die if the seas change levels. Ignore all of those that are in the ocean. Just think of the ones you have to take on the boat. Two of each kind.
Okay. Two of each kind. Okay. So let me ask you this: is it possible, or do you think it can be performed as like a miracle, like not logically possible? Do you think it can be metaphysically possible that this can happen? That sorry, Noah's Ark happen like multiple animals or not multiple. I'm sorry. There was like multiple how do I say it? That I guess I must say transported because I don't know what word to use. Do you think that these animals were transported just at once, or do you think it is possible that it
Well,
could have
yeah, it
been
was a
more times?
global flood, so they had to all get on the boat at the same time because there
Yeah.
was no land. Where else could they be?
Oh no, not transported. I'm sorry, not the fuck, not the word transported. Do you think that all of them were on like put on the boat at once?
I
And
just told you they were
I'll
put in
explain how it's
series.
relevant.
Like they put two on, then they put the next two, then they put the next two.
No,
Doesn't really matter.
I don't know. I don't know how to. Let's just say okay. I understand the point. I don't know how to say the word now. I don't know what word I'm looking for. I will just say this. Okay. Um, do you think that it's metaphysically possible that some miracle could have happened, that it could have made the things with animals happen, like the whole transportation or something?
Could a miracle have happened that made it the case that those animals, like God shrinks the animals?
It can be shrinking the animals. I don't know. It's just like that. They
At
could have
that
been
point,
like
what was the point in
transported.
putting them on the fucking boat? Make them breathe underwater.
Make it be that. not, not that. It's just. I mean, in a sense where they could have been like
Figure Noah's Ark.
if it's breathing
If it
of
shrunk the
water.
animals, I figure somewhere in Noah's Ark it would say, "And God shrunk the animals."
I mean, it could. I mean, it could have said. It doesn't have to be. I am saying. The point that I'm trying to make is, if we have all these miracles happening, and we have some other credibility that Jesus was performing miracles and that Jesus actually lived, right? Why would it be impossible for this to happen?
Why would it be impossible for what to happen?
For animals either being shrunk or all of these
Why did I
animals
claim
being
it would be
transported.
impossible for the animals to be shrunk?
Wait, what is it? I can't.
When
Well,
did
let
I
me
claim
turn
that
you
was
up.
impossible?
I'm not claiming. I'm not saying that you claim that it's impossible. You're saying that it's either a improbable or you're saying that it didn't happen. You're making like
I'm
either
saying
a
it didn't
definite or a
happen, and it's
probable claim.
ridiculous to think it did.
Okay. Oh, wait, let me turn you up because I want to hear you better. Okay. So then let me ask you this. Okay. Do you believe? Let's just start off with that. Do you believe that miracles throughout New and Old Testament happened?
I'm unconvinced. I'm on the fence about some of them.
No.
Throughout the Old
Not
Testament,
not
certainly
if they
not.
actually
I
happen in
don't
the
believe any
world.
of those. In the New Testament, I'm on the fence about the resurrection.
Okay. So then let me ask you this. Not in the real world. Okay. Not in the real world. I'm saying like do does the Bible say that these things happen? Not all of them happening metaphorically. Just like did they happen? Does it?
Yes.
Does the Bible say? Okay. Now let me ask you this. 30%, I think, of the current world population is Christianity. I think there was there's a Roman soldier who drew donkey's head on Jesus Christ while Jesus was being crucified. I will send you that picture as well. There was people who were dead set on putting him to die. They were all willing to die for the faith that he actually lived and that he was actually a god. And there were testimonies that he has risen from the dead. Let me ask you: are all of those people deceived that said this? And if they are, what could be the proof of it?
I'm agnostic. What's this have to do with Noah's Ark?
The point that I'm trying to make is if if these miracles that he rose, that he did these miracles, if there's even a shred of evidence or a shred of testimony that this happened and these people were not deceived, that this testimony is actually true and coming in good faith, I'm asking you, what is it stopping me from thinking, okay, God shrunk the animals or just put them
What
like
you're asking is
ants?
if one miracle happened, why can't I believe literally every miracle I ever come up with happened? Probably because miracles are rare even under your view.
No, I'm saying that they are rare under. I'm disagreeing with that, and I'm not just going to make up miracles every single time. It doesn't sit with me that something is said. I'm not doing that.
You're making up the shrinking animals now. Like nowhere does he ever talk about the animals shrinking.
And I'm telling you, I'm not just going to come up with it every single time. I'm just telling you for the reason that I'm trying to say, okay, maybe something else could have happened, and it's probable that something else could have happened, is because if these things all happened, or did not all of them, let's just say if some piece of these things happened, and this person who I'm claiming to worship is who I say he is, and there's evidence that he is, what's stopping me from saying, okay, some other miracle could have put him on that boat?
You could say some other miracle did, but given that you would have low priors on miracle because they're rare, you wouldn't say that that's a very likely thing to have happened. So, I have
But
no
they
idea how you
happened,
can
didn't
claim
they?
anything. A miracle
But they happened,
happened?
didn't they? Yeah, I'm asking if
Yeah,
I
a miracle,
where
according to
didn't
you,
we
a
go over
miracle
this?
happened, but that doesn't mean that every miracle that you can come up with happened, right?
I mean, Oh, I didn't say that.
Okay,
I said
so-
specifically. I didn't make
Yeah,
up a
this-
miracle. I just said it's probable then. If I have strong induction, right? This happens after this happens after this happens. What is it stopping me from saying that this also could have happened? It
What's
can be
stopping
shrinking
you
the
is-
animals.
I keep answering
It
this
can be
question
anything.
over and over again. The fact that it's really unlikely. That's what's stopping you.
But it's not unlikely. That is the point. I'm making a probable claim.
It is unlikely. You're not making a probable claim. You're saying, look, this other miracle happened.
Yes, I'm making a based on consistency. That is the point. So
Okay.
let me
Do
tell you this
agree that
again.
miracles are rare.
Yes.
Okay, then all else equal, a miracle happening is unlikely. Thank you.
Yes. Okay, so can you
Valid.
engage
That's
with the
it.
point
That's the
now?
whole thing. I did.
No, you didn't. You just said that it's
The reason
unlikely.
You wouldn't randomly believe in
It doesn't take a
particular miracles
genius
you make
to
up is because they're
it's
fucking
unlikely.
unlikely. They have low prior probability. You
It does-
assume by
Synth,
default
it doesn't
the
take a
miracle's probably not fucking
genius.
happening.
Synth, it doesn't take a genius to say that miracles are highly unlikely. But if these miracles all happened that you say are unlikely, again, I'm gonna ask you this question for the
No,
fourth
I'm
time. I
literally
expect
telling
a
you,
good
this
answer.
miracle you
What is
made
stopping
up.
me from saying this?
Oh my god, are you tracking it all? I'm telling you, this fucking miracle that you just made up is unfucking likely. The one you made up of the shrinking animals is unlikely.
I just said
Agreed? Is
shrinking
that
animals from
unlikely?
the. Again, wait, hold on.
Don't
The
loop,
shrinking
just shut up.
animals.
Don't loop. Don't loop. Answer
No,
my
I'm not
question.
looping. I'm
No,
not
go
looping.
forward,
You
not
made a
back.
point.
Answer my question.
No,
Forward,
you made a
forward.
point. I can engage with what you said
Engage
later.
What I, said.
I want,
Yes, do that. Move forward by answering my question, engaging with what I said. Answer my question.
but I will engage with what you said prior to the question. So, first of all, the shrinking animal, that miracle I just brought up as okay, it can be shrinking the animals. I brought it up as an example. It doesn't have to be literal. Now,
Okay, that's unlikely.
are
So,
miracles
is it likely
unlikely? Yes, they are unlikely. I am now telling you, and I'm gonna ask you this question for the fourth time, and please give me a good answer.
Oh my God, I
If
need to-
if these things happened, right? I have strong testimony that this happened. I have some induction that this happened. What's stopping me from saying, okay, another miracle could have happened, and if other three happened, or four, or five?
Oh my god. You asked me the same fucking question again.
Yes, because you didn't answer it.
You
I wouldn't be asking
Really?
you.
I didn't answer it? What the fuck did I say in response?
You said because miracles are unlikely.
Oh, because I
Good
didn't fucking
job,
answer it. I
genius.
gave you a reason why you wouldn't fucking believe it. 'Cause it's fucking
Okay,
unlikely.
wait, Synth, I didn't beat my parents
Why
because
is it that every
dinosaurs
single
don't
fucking
exist.
Christian argues like this? You motherfuckers argue like you're being retarded
Wait,
on
Synth.
purpose. Every single fucking time. I'm
Wait,
going
Synth,
insane
Synth.
arguing with you people.
Wait, Synth,
I'm
real
gonna have
quick.
a fucking generational fucking crash out.
Hold
It's
on.
the worst shit you're ever gonna have seen. I'm gonna fucking,
Wait,
I'm
stop.
gonna go to the nearby
Stop
church,
speaking.
and I'm gonna do something, but it would be a TOS violation to subscribe. Look, I just genuinely need you to fucking engage with the argument. So,
I'm
any
engaging with
random
the
miracle
argument.
that you posit is unlikely. Agreed?
Agreed. Now, can you engage with my point? And
I
can
did.
You...
I answered your fucking question directly
Okay,
the same way
Synth.
90 fucking times.
Synth, again, if I didn't beat my parents because dinosaurs don't exist. Do you think that's a good reason to why I didn't beat my parents?
It's
I didn't beat my parents. I love my mom.
Yeah,
I love my
notice how-
dad. I
notice
love
how
them
what I
very
said was
much.
directly related, and what you said is unrelated?
And do you realize how it's still a shit reason? And that's the only relevant part here?
It's not a shit. It's a direct fucking obvious response. It's
It is
unlikely
quite
to have
literally-
happened. That's why you would.
Synth,
I'm sorry.
I cannot
just to be
shout right
really
now.
clear, if it was the case that something is unlikely to have happened, would that give you a reason to believe it didn't happen?
Yeah. Don't disagree. Now, can
Done,
you
then.
engage
We're
with my
fucking
point?
Done. Over.
It's not
I
over
answered
because
your
you didn't
question.
engage with my point. Synth.
Are you
Again-
stuck? Why are you laughing? You're the one being retarded. Who are you laughing at? You're
Because you.
insane.
Oh my god, you
Freedagoat, I
agreed.
know you're not. I know that. I 100% in my heart of hearts know you were not dumb enough to not realize the issue here. I guarantee.
I
you,
realized
several
the
people
issue,
could
but you're
explain
not
this to you.
realizing what I'm saying. And I know you're not retarded. I think you're doing this on purpose because you know if you
I'm
say
not. I'm
something
literally
wrong,
answering your question.
you're going to do something wrong. So again, if these miracles, who you're saying that are unlikely to happen,
Which
happened,
one?
I mean specifically, we can say, for example, resurrection.
I'm not saying that's unlikely. I'm saying
Jesus.
I'm unconvinced. I'm on the fence on that one. I've been very clear about that.
No, we will get to that point whether they're true. I am asking you, okay,
You're
on
saying
whether
that I'm
it's
saying
happened.
it's unlikely. I'm telling you, no, the fuck, I'm not. No,
And I'm
not
telling you,
saying that.
Synth-
Fucking listen. Fuck, I'm going insane. I'm gonna go insane.
Synth-
No, Freedagoat.
I'm all-
Just to be really clear, I want to make sure
cannot-
you understand
Oh my
this.
god! Oh my
Yes,
god! I
sir,
cannot
look.
shout.
Oh my
if
god,
I
I'm going
want,
insane. I shouldn't shout either. Look, do you understand that I have not said that the evidence for the miracle is not compelling, or the resurrection miracle is uncompelling. I haven't said the resurrection miracle is unlikely. I said I'm not fucking
You
convinced.
said
I'm
the
not
Noah's
sure.
Ark,
I'm
and you
agnostic on
said
that.
you're agnostic on these, and you said the Noah's Ark didn't happen. I'm tracking all of that, but what you are not tracking, and I cannot shout right now, and I'm trying not to, but I want you to understand this clearly. Please listen. If hypothetical, right? If very strong if these 3 or 4 miracles happened, what is stopping me from saying that some other miracle could have happened because these others are true? What is stopping me from saying that this induction is true? You're not engaging with that.
It's a
You're just saying
weak
it's
induction.
unlikely. No shit, it's unlikely.
It's a weak yeah, that's what's stopping you from saying it's true. But it's unlikely. The thing stopping you from saying something is true is that it's unlikely for it to be true. That's what's stopping you, right? Agreed?
That this one happened, sure. It's unlikely.
Okay, then that's what's that one's unlikely to have happened. Now,
On the first bit,
fucking likely to have happened.
Mama, wait, yeah, I'm back. I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. So, listen. Again, point blank, if you ask me, if this miracle happening, right, is that unlikely? I would say yes, it is unlikely. But if I have 4 miracles happening, right, and then I have the 5th one, and we're putting into question, did this miracle happen? Is it still unlikely?
Yes!
Why? Please engage with that.
You believe those 4 miracles happened, and you still think that miracles broadly are unlikely.
Yeah, if these 4 happened, I know they happened, right?
Do you think they're like spell
Is
cards?
it-
You just say them in the conversation? They don't like
because
make
Sinthe,
the other
I
miracles
genuinely
likely,
cannot
but
shout.
you
My
still
mama
think they're
will crash
unlikely.
out on me.
What is
My
the
mama will
spell?
crash out on me. I cannot shout because I don't know how you're not understanding this. Oh my god,
Oh,
please
God.
listen. Although they are unlikely or whatever, they happened, hypothetically. 4 happened, and it's about the same thing. It's about the God, Jesus, or whatever we're talking about. If these 4 happened, right? And it doesn't matter if they're unlikely, they just happened, okay? What is stopping me from saying that this one, who's also quote unquote unlikely, happened under the induction? You're just saying it's unlikely. Well, no shit, it's unlikely point blank. It's not unlikely if I give you a strong induction. Now, I'm gonna ask you again. If I have strong induction, why is this miracle, whether it's shrinking animals, whether it's making the boat bigger, why is that also unlikely? Please engage with it
If
for the
you
5th
had
time.
strong oh my god, I keep engaging with it. You phrased it like 9 different ways now. This is the new way where it's actually a different question now. I agree. If you had strong induction, then that would mean that it's likely.
Oh, I've been saying that for the whole time.
What I'm
Holy shit.
disagreeing with is that you have a strong induction.
I've been saying that for the whole time. Okay,
No,
listen.
you're not saying it the whole time. You were
So-
saying if 4 miracles happened, what's stopping me from saying a 5th happened?
Synth, yes or no? Wait, Synth, yes or no? If these 5 happen, and if you think that this induction, hypothetically, if you think these 4 happen, you will accept that 5th one is true. If I prove
I don't
these 4 are true, or they happened, or I justify that I'm believing that they happened, okay? Are you going to concede that Noah's Ark happened?
No, of course not.
You agree? Oh my god, you agreed with the induction.
No,
what are
you
we?
fucking, oh my god, you said if I had a strong induction. I think you don't have a strong induction.
Okay, now we are back.
Look, let's do it like this.
look-
Here's the way we can do it. You tell me your argument, and tell me a valid argument with premises and a conclusion, and then we'll see if the conclusion follows from the premises.
P1. If these 4 miracles happened, right? Then, so it's modus ponens. Then I am justified in believing, given the principles of ontological economy, that this said thing also happened. P2, right, is the conditional or the antecedent, and conclusion is the consequent. Is that formal enough for you? Is
That's
that
a valid argument, but not sound. Why would I believe in premise 1?
okay? The reason why you would believe in premise 1 is because induction case work like that. If I give you that 4 times this miracle happened from this entity, and this something happened, and you cannot believe that it happened because it's highly unlikely, point blank. But these 4 were also like that, right? Then This fifth one is also going to happen if it's needed. Now I'm going to do this.
No.
Do you
If it's
believe? Wait, hold
necessary
on,
for those
hold
four
on,
to
hold
happen.
on.
Sorry, not as a chain. I don't think it's necessary in order for the miracle of the resurrection to happen. I don't think it's necessary for Noah's Ark to happen. Do you think it's necessary?
That's not what I said. But no, I don't think it's necessary.
Okay. So you said if needed, right? I'm saying it's not needed. So you can
I'm
believe in
not
the
saying
miracle
that.
of the resurrection
Oh my God, you are
and
not
not believe
tracking.
in the story of
Listen,
Noah's Ark.
listen, listen,
There is
listen.
no shot on God's green earth I will ever, my entire fucking life believe in the story of Noah's Ark.
Okay.
However, I could be convinced of the resurrection. So I'm with
What?
your argument here.
Wait,
I'm
huh?
disagreeing with premise one, and you said it's how
Huh?
induction works.
Wait, so let me ask you this. Okay,
Go
well,
ahead.
please, because I'm so. You said, and I think I got it on recording. You said that if resurrection happened, let's just say hypothetically happened, if resurrection happened, you are still not going to be convinced that Noah's Ark happened.
That's you're like asking me as a question. Yes, I did say that. Yeah.
You stutter pot.
Oh,
The
oh
fuck up, bitch.
okay. So
I'm joking. Not
again, Synth, I am not saying, and please track, I'm not saying that it's locally necessary or physically necessary or whatever. I'm not saying that is necessary. If Jesus resurrecting or something, I'm not saying that's logically necessary for Noah's Ark to happen. But what I am saying that what all of these things have in common is that they are all miracles. And if these four were performed, right, by this entity of mine, because they were needed to happen in order to my story to be true, right? Then fifth one, which is Noah's Ark, will also happen given the set consistency and induction. That's how probability works. That's how inductions
No,
work.
it's
I don't know where you thought that it goes, but
nope.
please engage with
It's
it.
not. No. Saying I have four examples of a thing happen
Then
and
how
guess
does
what
it work?
happened the fifth time is not how induction happened. You have to see of the proportion of things.
That is not
What
true. Okay,
proportion
sent,
of them?
sent,
Yes,
sent,
it is true.
sent.
Stop. Let me answer your question.
Okay,
You're asking me how.
I got
Right.
go.
So here's an. I'll make a parity argument, and you'll understand through the parity argument why it doesn't work. So you say four miracles happened. Now I say a fifth miracle happened. It's a different miracle than you though. The miracle is actually that God divinely revealed to me that Noah's Ark is false. It's a miracle, right? I'm inductively supported by the other four.
Hmm.
Do you think I'm inductively supported by the other four?
No,
Okay, so you understand the issue with the argument.
no, because there is no issue with the argument.
Happened,
Because you didn't listen to anything that I said. Do you know what's? Do you want me to repeat it for you, or
Let's
can
it.
you remember what I said?
Let's do it in the form of a valid argument. All right.
No,
So,
let's do it in a sense where you can track what I said
I'm not
from
gonna
like 5 minutes before.
Yeah, I feel like,
So
you just
I
keep
will
looping at the
synth,
same point
synth,
over and
no,
over. If it's a
synth.
fucking valid argument,
I'll run
at
you
least, like,
back.
try to
Wait,
figure
hold
out
on,
what the premise
hold on,
is true.
synth.
Premise one
I
of your
will-
earlier argument is if these four
No,
miracles happen,
hold on,
I'm
hold on.
justified in believing. Go ahead.
Synth. So I will run you back through the conversation. What did these four miracles have in common in this hypothetical that I brought up? What did they have in common? All of them.
Your argument is that Jesus did them.
And
And what?
Synth, you there?
And what?
Synth. Oh, okay, you're there. I just didn't hear you. Um, do you think? No, not do you think? I will tell you what happened because it is what happened, and I have it on recording. All of them had in true. Oh, sorry, had in common that in this hypothetical that I proposed, they all happened. They were all true.
Yeah.
Now, Now, if I tell you, okay,
Yeah, but that doesn't mean the fifth one's true. For the same reason that you think those four are true, and I
Uh-huh.
can make up another miracle, and you don't think it's true.
yeah, but then let me ask you this: is this miracle coming from the thing that not just I believe, that is it this belief coming, or this statement coming from something that I think is reliable or not?
You think it's reliable.
No, in this hypothetical, let's just say that Bible is reliable,
How about
right?
instead of saying these
And like-
miracles, you just say the miracles you're talking about, because it seems like you're saying these miracles and you're referring to the one that I'm talking
Again,
about.
I told you
These miracles, you're referring to other ones.
resurrection, like curing blindness,
So instead
and
of,
things
instead
that
of
happen
the
in
four
Bible.
miracles, let's just say the resurrection.
Oh.
Does that work?
Sure, fine, doesn't matter.
And instead of saying this fifth miracle, let's just say Noah's Ark.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
Okay, so then let's go like this. Because I quite literally, I'm so sorry. I have to go in like 10 minutes. It's 20. It's like 11:40 p.m. And plus, like, just so we're clear, I gave you mod and like tier 1 roll a perm abuse you or something. So let's do this, right? The yeah, the induction that I made, all of the miracles that I proposed, like resurrection, curing imbalance, in this hypothetical,
Keep talking,
they
guy.
were true and they happened. Now, if the fifth one comes from the entity and comes from the source that in this hypothetical is reliable, then I'm going to believe it. If some random comes to me and tells them that there was a revelation coming from God that said, I'm not actually God, Tin is my God, or some bullshit like you said, right? Then you are not the source that we are talking about. Now, I thought it was clear, I thought it was obvious, so I will ask again, and with the clarification, because maybe it wasn't clear, I will admit if it was. Bible is the source we're talking about, right? So then let's just clear like this. If all of these had in common that they come from a reliable source, in the hypothetical, we have Jesus resurrecting and him curing blindness, right? And then we have the third hypothetical, also coming from a reliable source, also coming from the deity which we call God, right? So then let me ask you this: if these two also come from the reliable source, also come from the same entity, and all happen by the same entity, is that not enough for the induction that I'm making?
No.
Uh,
So,
I'm sorry that I got
let's
unlocked,
imagine
but
I
I'm so
start out.
sorry. How is it not?
I'll explain it to you. So, if the Bible contains
Ooh.
4 true miracle claims, you're saying that that gives us inductive support to believe that any other miracle claims are more likely than not true in the Bible.
Wait, repeat that. You said
You're saying
if
if
these
the
are
Bible contains
true.
4 true miracle claims, then that provides us inductive support of more likely than not that any other miracle claim the Bible makes is also true. Correct?
Correct, because Bible is the reliable source. Just so I can clarify again.
So I'm telling you, no, it's not correct. I don't think that's true.
Okay,
I
so
think
let
it's
me
the
let me
case
propose
that
you a different
I'm
hypothetical.
gonna
Oh, no, no,
explain
go ahead,
why,
go
so that
ahead.
we can maybe
No,
get
go ahead.
some
Yeah, go ahead. My
forward
bad.
momentum. So
Go ahead. My bad.
the Bible could contain 4 true miracles, and it could be the case that miracles are so unlikely that we would need still more strong evidence than just the Bible saying so for why another miracle happened. So the Bible contains many true historical events, and yet I still think the Bible contains many false historical events as well. I think it's the case that even if it was the case the Bible contained the resurrection and the resurrection was true, and related miracles of Jesus Christ were true, that wouldn't be enough to raise our credence that any other random miracle is true, and that's because miracles have very, very, very low prior probability.
Okay. Is that all? Do you want to say something else so it doesn't be that I interrupt you or something?
And I'm done.
Okay. So number one, after the clarification that I gave, right? Wait. Before that, in the hypothetical, we're saying that Bible is a reliable source, and hypothetically, these things happen. Not just that you need strong evidence that they happen. We're talking
No,
about
we're
hypothetically they
not
did
saying the
happen.
Bible's a reliable source because if you say
No,
the
in this
Bible is a
hypothetical
reliable
we
source,
do. We
no, you
do in this
can't. No, 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 no,
hypothetical.
no, 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 no. Here's why you can't do that. I am asking you, as somebody who does not believe the Bible's a reliable source, what's the evidence? You cannot introduce into the hypothetical the Bible's reliable evidence, otherwise it will no longer be
That's not the
analogous.
point of the hypothetical, and you know it. The point of the
It
hypothetical
is
was
the
to
point.
prove that, given the said way the Bible works, this is metaphysically probable that another miracle happened. Metaphysically, physically, it doesn't matter. Logically, it's probable that it rather than it not happening, if the Bible is true. Now, if you want to get before we get into Bible being true, because I wanted to get on that point, the thing that I also wanted to say is, again, let me ask you this hypothetical, because maybe it will be clear to you like this. You tell me, Sinthe comes to Freedagoat, tells him, okay, I bought this pen, right? And then you show me the pen. Next day, you buy 2 pens, and you show me the 2 pens. Next day, you say, I bought 3 pens, right? But you don't show me the pens, right? I can't see the pens or anything. I can't see the evidence that I don't have the evidence that you bought the pens. If I make the strong deduction from 2 days ago that you bought 1 and 2 pens, is it more probable that you bought those 3 pens?
Of course, because your prior probability
Thank
of
you.
buying pins is much higher than your prior probability on miracles happening.
Okay, so let's do this. Because if it's about the unlikeliness
Can I ask
the
a quick
miracles
yes or
that
no
that is,
question, just so
yeah,
we're on the
sure,
same page?
Go ahead, go ahead.
Do you agree that all else equal, if you know literally nothing about the situation, and one person says, I saw a miracle, and one person says, I bought a pin, you're more likely to believe the person who says, I bought a pin?
Yeah.
Even without all that other shit, right? If a person just says, I bought a pin, you probably believe them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if a person says, I saw a miracle, you probably wouldn't.
Yeah. Can I say why, or are you, or do you understand why I said yes?
I understand.
Okay. But just so we're clear for other people here, I said yes, not because of the relevance of this thing being unlikely. I said yes because the person who bought the pen and person who was doing miracles, it's in the context we're talking about when we compare them. There is relevance, the unlikeliness of the miracle, but in the case we are talking about, there is not. But now that we are back on the page,
I disagree, there is relevance.
you disagree that there is relevance?
I disagree that it's not relevant here. I think in this context still it's relevant, the miracles are unlikely.
Okay, then let's do this. In front of my eyes, you you summon a dragon, right? Which is a miracle. You would agree. Next day, in front of my eyes, you resurrect a person from the dead. Third time, you cure. No, the next time you cure somebody from blindness. Fourth time, you tell me, yo, I just saved a man's life from cancer without having any single like blood kit, first aid kit or something like that, or without any doctors in sight. And I don't see it. I didn't see it. I don't like have any other evidence besides you telling me that you did it.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any like any chance? Not any chance. Sorry. Is it true that it's more probable that you actually did this
Yeah, but
fourth
Jesus
miracle?
didn't tell you that. Jesus didn't tell you that Noah's Ark happened.
In this hypothetical, we're saying that they did happen. I will explain the Bible being true in a second if you agree with this.
I just did agree with that. Yeah, if it's the case that you saw me personally perform these miracles, and did I personally tell you I performed another miracle? Yeah, you have no good reason to believe I'm lying. You probably believe I'm telling the truth.
Okay. So
If
now
a
the
miracle,
reason why
if I
Bible
was a
is
miracle
true.
performer, walk up
Okay.
and just bullshit about a miracle. Why don't I just go do it? What's the point, right? Like obviously, you're gonna have. There's gonna be a difference between me telling you, right, this extra miracle, and somebody else reporting to you they've seen these miracles.
Okay. So okay. In front of my eyes, I see 4 times you did this, and like the fifth time, a friend tells me you saved the person, or something.
Yeah, you
Is
probably
is,
say
is there?
like, well, I do know that Synth is out there doing miracles. However, you in particular saying that, I'm not gonna want to see a little bit of evidence.
Mhm. Okay then. Fair enough. Let's just. Okay, so I'm just gonna do the Bible. I think you get the point, but I think we're just gonna have to disagree, agree to disagree on this point because I want to get to why Bible is true. I think you also want to get to that part. I think it's more relevant.
I would like to get towards why this. I would like to actually stay on topic of Noah's Ark, and for you to tell me why you think that the particular story of Noah's Ark is true.
I think that it is true. Again, the same reason Wi-Fi gave you, but not entirely because he gave shit reasons for why Bible is true. But I think it's because Bible is true, and I think that it's consistent. And if this thing happened, I if there is a question whether this thing happened, I would say that it did happen.
So, by the Bible is true, do you mean the Bible's generally true, or the Bible always says true claims?
It it doesn't matter. I will say generally because if I think in this case, just to clarify, in this case specifically, if it's generally true, you can also make an induction case that it's always true, just based on the fact. Before you cut me off, because I know it sounds absurd. Just based on the fact that these general cases happen so many times that you can actually make the claim of all. But yeah.
So, premise one, the Bible is generally true. Premise two, if the Bible is generally true, then the story of Noah's Ark is true.
I mean, is that going to be valid? If,
I'm asking,
I mean, I think.
are these the premises of your argument? The conclusion is that Noah's Ark is true?
I mean, P1, P2. Let's just say yeah. Let's just say yeah. for
Okay.
just to
Why
getting
would I
here.
agree with premise 2, which is that if the Bible is generally true, the story of Noah's Ark is true?
Again, because after the question you asked me, I clarified it. If it's generally true to an extent where these things happen constantly and a lot, I can make a claim that they would always happen. And I know
That's a
it's
different
absurd, but
claim.
I know you think it's different and absurd, but I also explained that why.
Okay, so why would I believe that these things happen a lot? Even in the Bible, most of the things happening are miracles.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If this miracle happened, sorry, if we're questioning what this miracle happened, but we have like 23 other miracles happening, then I would say that other seven
I don't think we
or
have
this other
23
one
We're
we're
pumping
putting
this
it.
number way up. I think there's one miracle in the Bible which there's any probability, any reasonable probability is true. The resurrection. The rest of them seem like bullshit to me. I'm unconvinced.
Mm-hmm. So, do you want to get to all miracles, or do you just specifically want to get to this one? Noah's
The
Ark.
Noah's Ark miracle,
Okay.
where he shrinks the animals.
So let's just say again.
The Bible doesn't
Again,
claim that. I
that there
don't
was.
know why we believe that at all.
I just made that as an example. It really doesn't matter. I'm just saying some miracle that could make this happen happened. But yeah,
Okay, so the
that's all I'm
Bible
saying.
doesn't say that. The Bible doesn't say that a miracle was used to put the animals in the ark.
Again, I'm saying it didn't say that, but it's probable to assume if we're genuinely saying that they could have not fit on that boat, and I will agree because to me it also seems unlikely from that perspective, from a physical perspective alone, without any miracles. I think a miracle happened the same way the fucking whole ass flood that destroyed, sorry, that killed all the people. And this, if that could have happened, I don't see to why it didn't happen. So I think
Okay. You have low prior probabilities on any particular miracle happening. So just because the Bible says so, it's not sufficient evidence.
maybe
You
I'm
need
dumb.
some
I
reason to
don't
believe that the
understand what
Bible is
that
infallible.
means.
Prior
I'm sorry.
probability just means the probability of something being true before you evaluate the case-specific evidence.
Wait, can you repeat that? I'm sorry. And I have to go in like 5 minutes. Let's just wrap this up.
It's all good. Yeah, prior probability is like just so before you evaluate evidence for something, you have to assign it a credence, and then you can evaluate the evidence afterwards, and you can use Bayes' theorem, right? So you start
Yeah.
out with your credence, your intuitions on a subject. If you have no other evidence, or you can like use some other method of prior setting, whatever. Right. Point being is just you start out with a probability, then you update that
Hmm.
probability as evidence comes in.
Okay.
The prior
I
probability is
understand.
your the prior probability is what it is before the evidence comes in. Then you can update your prior, and your new
I
prior
understand.
is obviously
Yeah.
the posterior of the old evidence evaluation.
Okay. So the probability means just probability before the evidence.
Yeah.
Okay. That is, I think I understand. So let's just do done this. Um, let's just say because that's what I'm making. I'm making an induction claim. Like before any evidence for Noah's Ark. Let's just see what the probability I'm standing with. Let's just the reason why I think it happened is because I think resurrection, curing the blindness, another resurrection, and a whole. Yeah, let's just stick with that. And yeah, a whole person splitting the sea. I think all those happened, and the probabilities that I'm standing with is in the thing which I think is credible or reliable evidence. It says that this said thing, right? Or sorry, not evidence, source. I misspoke. In this credible source, these other things happen, and the same source is telling me this happened. Therefore, I think I have high prior probability.
That would be a
Then,
high posterior probability. You're saying the evidence suggests it's true. Look, but here's here's an image, right? That image is going to tell you how you can evaluate the evidence there. Prior is the probability of A, right?
hmm
And then the likelihood over there, like you see probability of B given A,
oh,
divided
yeah.
by the probability of
Oh,
B
you're putting on a screen. Wait, I didn't see. Wait, give me some.
in the pop-out chat.
Oh, the pop-up job. Okay, okay.
Yeah. So the
Probability
probability
of
B is the
a. Okay.
yeah.
Oh, I
The
understand that.
A
I understand that.
Yeah, A is the thing you're saying happened, and B is the evidence, right? So the prior probability is just the baseline probability of this thing having happened, right? And then your posterior is going to be the probability this thing
Yeah.
happened, given the evidence you see. So
So I think
you,
I understand the language. We learned this thing in mathematics like months ago. Probability of A without B, which is posterior,
yeah,
equals probability of A, which is
So
prior,
if I ask you,
times
for any
B
random
with
miracle
a...
claim,
Okay.
for any random miracle claim somebody brings up, what is the chance that it's true?
What is the chance that it's true before you... I'm sorry, before you
You
bring
have
it
any
up?
evidence for any random miracle claim, right? Not for any particular one, for any random one. I just pick one out of a fucking hat. What is the chance I picked a true one?
Mm, how many are there in the box? In the hat?
As many miracle claims as there are.
So, I mean, if it's 5, and one of them
No,
is
no, 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 no,
true,
no. Not how many miracle claims you're making. How many miracle claims are there in the world?
I mean, without me and the Bible shit, there are not. I mean, there are, but
Yeah, there
they're
are quite
just
a
like,
lot of miracle claims. There's a
yeah,
huge number, right?
yeah,
Okay, so what? There's some huge fucking number. Would you say it's like over 1 billion miracle claims have been made?
yeah. Let's just say that.
Okay, I'm gonna write that.
Chance of you being
So
correct would be...
over a
No, you did not just
so it's
kick
a
me, bro. What the fuck
billion.
you talking about? Shut your ugly ass
How
up,
many?
pretty ass nigga.
I don't
What
know
the
who
fuck
this
are you
is
talking
though.
about, bitch ass nigga?
Oh damn, he's annoying. Okay, so how many miracle claims have been made? Over 1 billion. How many true miracles are there? Rough estimate. Doesn't have to be perfect.
like, if I'm being clear with you, uh, like if there are a billion, you pull out one of the hat. I mean, your chance, like, without any evidence, would be 1 in 1 billion that you pick the right one. If we don't think any of them, if we think one of them is true, you
No,
picking
no, no. You
one.
think more than one's true, though, right? Like how about what is the rough approximate
Oh,
of how
I
many
understand. I
miracle claims
understand.
are true?
Let's just say what I think from the Bible. Let's just say like 20.
Okay, so 20 in 1 billion. That's your prior probability.
Yeah,
See if we can get that in. Okay, that is
that is very low. If
yeah,
of
it is.
like you, yeah, I
It is
understand the claim. I understand the claim.
2 with an exponent of -8. So very, very, very low. For the sake of making the argument a little bit simpler to do the math with, we'll say that instead of it being that low, we'll give it a even higher probability, which will help your argument. We'll say that it's
Okay.
0.00001. That's your prior probability of a miracle.
That shit is
Very
so fucking
much
low.
higher
It's
than what you
cooked.
actually wanted. This is a very low number though, still, right?
Yeah.
So, with that very, very low prior probability, right? What is the probability of what is the probability of the Bible making a miracle, making the miracle claim you're talking about?
Well, that one you just said,
No, I mean
right?
that's the chance of a random miracle being true.
Okay. Now, in my, I mean,
Like if I was to ask you, how
1 in 20.
how much more
Okay.
likely do you think a biblical miracle claim is, right, than any random miracle claim, other than just your belief the Bible's
A
true,
lot.
right?
A lot.
You think it's a lot more.
Yeah, because like in a world, in the whole world, you have more than billion claims. In Bible, you have like, as I said, like 20. That's like not. I don't think. I think like I'm not pretty sure. Like I'm not being precise here. I'm just saying like 20 for the
Okay,
sake of the argument.
if you weren't already sold on everything in the Bible being true, right, and you learned today there was a new miracle claim.
In the Bible,
Yeah.
a new. I mean, I would probably say. Wait, outside of me, thinking that is true, right? That the Bible is true. Hello, wait, can you hear me?
Yeah.
So wait, outside of me thinking Bible is true, right?
So the miracle you're saying is some unnamed miracle not written in the Bible, right?
Okay, like some new
The
miracle
miracle that
happened.
explains how all the animals could fit on Noah's Ark, some unnamed miracle not written in the Bible, right?
Okay, yeah,
Okay. So your prior probability on that is very, very, very low, right?
yeah, like 0.0001 or something.
Yeah. So you would need really strong evidence to outweigh that, right?
Mm, in the world or in the Bible? Because if it's in the Bible, I have like 1 in 20. If there's 20, I have 5% chance of being correct. But if it's like what you're saying, which is like a billion claims, I'm that low. But if it's up in the
So-
Bible, then it will be different. But if
But
it's
it
in the
didn't
world,
pop
then
up.
it will
Just to be
be.
clear, it did not. It is the claim you're talking about is not in the Bible, right? We don't actually know what the miracle. You're not even. You said yourself. You agree. There's no specific miracle the Bible gives. You just think one might have happened, like the animal shrinking, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So prior probability of the animal shrinking is 20 in a billion.
Wait, I'm so sorry. Can we do this like tomorrow or something?
Yeah,
I
absolutely,
really
yeah.
have to go. But thanks so much. We can discuss this like later. It's just
Y'all
that my
want me to
parents woke
stay
me.
back?
But
want me-
yeah,